Before a woman cheats, she doesn't just slip. She signals subtly, silently, sometimes sneakily. And the tragic part, most men never notice until it's too late. But what if I told you that there's one consistent pattern women follow before they ever cross that line? Not once, not sometimes, every single time. Stick around, because what you're about to hear could save you from heartbreak or from blaming yourself for something that was never about you in the first place. This isn't about playing detective. This is about knowing the emotional roadmap women follow when their loyalty begins to fade. And once you spot the first sign, you'll never look at silence or sweet smiles the same way again. Let's dive into the first thing she always does before she cheats. It always starts with emotional distancing. She doesn't stop loving overnight. She stops investing. She'll smile at you, but her laughter doesn't reach her eyes. She'll reply to your texts, but her words feel hollow. You ask, "What's wrong?" She says nothing. But everything is wrong. She's already somewhere else mentally. Ever hugged someone who felt like a stranger wearing your partner's skin? That's your first clue. And here's what makes it brutal. She'll stop sharing her day, her thoughts, her frustrations, not because she trusts you less, but because she's already saving her emotional energy for someone else. And the longer you ignore this quiet exit, the faster the door closes behind you. Next up, micro-dismissals. She'll roll her eyes at your ideas, laugh off your ambitions, critique the way you drive, dress, or even breathe. It's not playful. It's pointed. Why? Because the pedestal she once placed you on, she's knocking it down piece by piece so she can justify stepping off of it. Ever felt like you're auditioning for your own relationship? Congratulations. You're now competing with a fantasy man who doesn't exist yet. Here's the scary part. This isn't about you failing. It's about her rewriting the story in her head where she's the victim and you're the reason she needs something new. Out of nowhere, she starts chanting the gospel of "I need space." She doesn't want to be controlled, even though you never tried. She starts going out more without you. She says she's rediscovering herself. But in reality, she's testing how life feels without you in it. When she stops checking in with you, she's checking out of you. And the tragic twist, she's already framing this new version of herself as someone you just wouldn't understand. This new her isn't meant to grow with you. She's preparing to grow away from you. Suddenly, the filters come out. New selfies, subtle thirst traps. Caption, "Just felt cute." Translation, "I want someone new to notice me." Her attention goes from real-life connection to digital validation. You become a background notification, but every like she gets, that's a new hit of dopamine. And no, she's not doing it because she cheated. She's doing it to find the courage to do it. Ask yourself, who is she dressing up for when you're not there to see it? Because the answer might already be sitting in her DMs. This one stings the most. She'll start mentioning that guy at work, the trainer at the gym, the just a friend who suddenly has a name. She'll say, "He's just so funny. He really listens. He reminds me of someone I used to know." That someone was never you. It's a warning shot wrapped in flattery for someone else. And here's the gut punch. She's not comparing to hurt you. She's comparing to convince herself that the leap she's about to take is worth it. The moment you hear another man's name more than your own, that's not insecurity. That's instinct. Trust it. So what does this all mean? Here's the bitter truth most men aren't told. Cheating doesn't start with sex. It starts with separation, emotional, mental, and spiritual. And the earlier you see the shift, the sooner you can respond, not with fear, but with clarity. You can hold your ground, set standards, or walk away with your self-respect still intact. Because the man who sees the storm early doesn't drown. And if you're sitting there thinking, "Damn, I've seen these signs," don't panic. This video isn't about blame, it's about awakening. Because you deserve to know when love turns into alien and to rise stronger on the other side of it. You might be tempted to beg, to fix, to chase, but let me warn you, chasing a woman who's already emotionally gone is like pouring water into a bucket full of holes. No matter how much you give, it'll never be enough. You're not supposed to beg someone to remember your worth. You're supposed to know it yourself. And when you do, everything changes. Because a man who stands in his truth, who refuses to shrink for someone who's already looking over the fence, that man becomes unshakable. Let her go if she's drifting. Let her face her own emptiness. You're not here to rescue someone from the void they created. You're here to lead your life with discipline, clarity, and strength. Not bend over backward for fleeting validation. Let's be clear. Women don't just wake up one day and cheat. They inch toward it step by step, sign by sign, while hoping you'll stay distracted, insecure, or too passive to notice. But now you know better. You've seen behind the curtain. You've decoded the silence. You've recognized the just a friend fallacy. You've heard the subtle disconnection behind her sweet smile. And that makes you dangerous because awareness is power. You no longer need to panic when something feels off. You no longer need to doubt your intuition. You no longer need to chase love that keeps running away. You're the storm now. Calm, composed, unmovable, let her test you. Let her pull away. You won't chase. You'll observe and act like a man who respects himself above all else. And that, ironically, is what might even pull her back. Not your desperation, not your need, but your silence, your strength, and your grounded masculine energy. But even if she doesn't return, you still win because you didn't lose yourself trying to keep someone who was already halfway gone. Now here's what I want you to do. If this message spoke to your gut, not just your heart, then smash that like button. It tells the algorithm this is the kind of real talk men actually need. Subscribe for more stoic relationship wisdom, emotional intelligence, and unfiltered truth about the world of modern dating. And drop a comment. Tell me, have you ever seen these signs? Have you ever felt the shift before the betrayal? Because your story might just wake up another man who's still in the fog. And if you're sitting there quietly thinking, damn, I needed this, then good, because this was for you. This channel isn't just about women. It's about you. The man who refuses to be another casualty of emotional confusion. The man who's ready to stop playing checkers in a game of psychological chess. The man who's done sleeping through his own life. Until next time, stay sharp, stay grounded, and never ignore the quiet before the betrayal.